He has a title. He has nothing else but that. He is a free TV fighter. He has nothing else to offer me except that gold belt.
I'm 155.
I made this
champion,
fight.
And
I made everything that to do with this. I put him in that seat. I tell him what to do.
Just think about, people in my division. This guy, he won 45-pound champion, and whatever tried to step on my division to try to take my belt away, I will make sure I will keep my belt. But man, I'm here, He's a challenge. I'm the champion.
Because we put you there.
And he's a smart
because
guy.
I put you there.
He doesn't wanna fight for his 45, or for his featherweight. He don't wanna put his featherweight belt in the line.
I see a gazelle up here.
If he lose, he don't have anything.
I see a gazelle up here, limping.
And so smart. He's trying to go up.
Old gazelle.
I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna send him back to 45, and he's still champion. Just I talk the truth. I don't trash talk. I just talk the truth. And March 5th, and I will send this guy back home sad, and I'm gonna keep my belt.
I'll send him back home to California. He's home. I swear to God, UFC 189, I fought Jose Aldo. I KO'd the country of Brazil's true champion. And seeing how he handles himself, how his team handles himself, they never learned the language of the oppressor. He never came to America. He trusted in his people, unlike this guy standing across from me. And that's why the people of Brazil love Jose Aldo. That's why when Jose Aldo steps off a plane, the country of Brazil greets him regardless of result. We're sending Rafael on a 4-day media run throughout Brazil in a couple of weeks, and we've got to book him a hotel. I've got to book him a hotel in his own home country. So that should tell you all you need to know. He will never step off a plane and receive a hero's welcome in the country of Brazil because he ran from the country of Brazil. He didn't trust his own. And that's why Jose is the true champion in his country. And this guy in Brazilian lingo is a gringo, and that is the truth.
He's going to have 6 months to have to...
Yeah, listen, cut out all this other stuff and I'd go through the whole roster in 4 months. And I tell you that right now, I'll whoop every single one of them inside 4 months if you cut out all this other shit. Bring me in, weigh me in, and I'll fight the next night and wipe out the entire game inside 4 months. I'll be fresh after 197. I believe I will dust Rafael inside 1 minute. He is a slower, sloppier version of Aldo. He's like a bum version of Aldo, so I believe in absolutely everything. I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him, I will exit the contest fresh, I will cash the check, I will sign the next contract for UFC 200, the brand new MGM, and we'll go again. 2015 was my year. 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
I beat Ben Henderson, Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis, Donald Cerrone twice. And I fought better guys. I fought taller guys, stronger
Donald
guys.
don't want to fight. Donald, that wasn't a TKO. That wasn't a finish. Donald quit in there. Looking at that, it was an early finish for Dos Anjos against Cerrone. But looking at that finish, my God, as far as finishes go, it was one of the worst finishes I've ever seen. He was swinging wild. He hit nothing but shoulder. He almost lost balance. He was swinging that wild in there. He was hitting glove and then looking at the ref saying, "Ref, please stop this fight. Please get me out of here." And then the ref obliged and stopped the fight for him. So it was a very weak finish against Cerrone. So you can talk about your wins and losses, but at the end of the day, you've tasted that darkness of being KO'd stiff, and you will taste it again on March 5th.
My next question you guys can make for him because he's answer for me. So my next question you guys can make.
Yeah, I set it all up and I knock it all out of the park. That's what I do. That's why you're sitting there. That's why you're flying to Brazil to do that media run. I want to send you back to our Brazilian TV partners, Globo and Combate Sport, and have you answer to the Brazilian people why we have to book you a hotel in your own home country. Why your kids' names are Bob and Donald. Why are you raising American children? Why don't you trust in your own people? So you're going back to Brazil to answer that question while you stay in a hotel that we have to pay for you because you don't have a home over there. I can only imagine the state Rafael is in coming back-to-back cuts, especially he blew up before the Cerrone fight. He was extremely overweight and he had to cut down to make that 155-pound limit. And then the king calls and says, "You're up again, kid." And now he's got to do it all over again. So I mean, just looking at him, he's aged 25 years in the last 2 weeks. So I can only imagine how he's feeling, but I'm feeling damn good.
Sorry, lightweight's a different story. We are bigger and lightweight.
He's 5'8" with a 70-inch reach.
It's not a.
I'm 5'9" with a 74-inch.
It's not a show
reach.
in Ireland.
I'm the bigger
when
man
they
here.
have 2 belts.
I'm the bigger man. I'm gonna bully this man in his own division.
You done, man?
I'm gonna. No, I'm not.
You done?
No, you.
Okay.
Fight him while I speak. I'm the king.
Yeah,
you're
go speak.
You're the bum.
You're nothing, man.
Question.
So I think it's a bad idea, you know, and he's gonna
5'8".
He's gonna have
with a
nightmares
70-inch
with lightweight
reach.
division for the
I'm
rest of his life.
5'9" with a 74-inch reach. I am the bigger man here. This is a non-argument. I'm gonna go in and bully him in his own division. Toy with him in there.
A guy do say something like that. He has no respect for anybody, and I'm just a single tool in Jesus' hand. And on March 5th, he will see, he will feel what a single tool in Jesus' hand can do with him.
Me and Jesus are cool. I'm cool with all the gods. Gods recognize gods. So this is why, this was one of the main reasons I wanted to give back to the country of Brazil. March 5th, I will behead Rafael dos Anjos. I will drag his head through the streets of Rio de Janeiro, through a parade of people, I'd imagine. It will become a national holiday also, I would imagine. But it's simply a sign of recognizing who's true and who's not. I see a true champion in Jose and his team and his beliefs. He carries the belief of the Brazilian people. And I see a man, although he is Brazilian, doesn't represent the Brazilian people like he should. He brings the name of Brazil down. So I will bring the name of Brazil back up once again. Viva la Brasilia!
First of all, this guy is speaking Spanish. In Brazil, we speak Portuguese. It's not
Look
La
at me.
Brasilia. It's not
I'm
La
like-
Brasilia. It's
look
O
at me.
Brasil. So learn Portuguese first.
I'm dressed.
And man,
I'm up here like
gonna-
El Chapo
I'm
in
gonna
his
have a
prime.
chance to finish this fight in the first round, but I won't. I'm gonna punish him all the way to the 3rd or the 4th. I'm gonna make him bleed. You know, he's gonna pay for everything he's talking about everybody, for all the respect this guy have. I'm gonna punish him for long minutes.
I'm speaking Spanish. I'm dressed like El Chapo in his prime. I'm running this company. I'm running this company like half a wise guy. I'm up here verbally destroying this man. I am a multicultural individual. I am in here doing whatever I want.
Conor, so
This one is for Brazil.
I have your prediction, as always, like you do your prediction. So what's your prediction?
Yeah, I feel he is very, very sloppy. His shot selection is very, very poor. He has the tenseness in his body when he loads. He will try. We will enter, and he will try and close into that distance and enter into the pocket. But he will take some strikes in there really, really early. So he also dips in certain. It's honestly like a slower, sloppier, more stuffed version of Jose Aldo. I feel I will guide him onto some strikes, and as he has been KO'd before, I will KO him once again. So that's how I feel the fight will go, but it will be another KO. I'd swear, I'd love to beat the ugly out of him and drag him into the 2nd and 3rd rounds, and I would love to do that. But I feel like I'm going to dust him in under 1 minute. The game is on its knees. The game must hold seminars every weekend to pay for their training costs. And I'm out here rallying around California in a car that spits fire, dressed like El Chapo, with anacondas on my feet. So I am in a league of my own here, ahead of everyone in the game by a country mile. I am finding it hard to even engage with anyone in the game because they are not on my level. Not one single individual in this company is on my level.